Tokyo Love Hotels podcast.
Hello! Welcome back to the Tokyo Love Hotels official podcast.
New pod station.
2021, episode 14. 14. We just did 15 and went in a time capsule.
Yes.
You know.
Bounce back.
Yeah, bouncing back and forth. New times, new vibes. Already at
New
episode
wardrobe.
14. New wardrobe. Looking fresh. We're Tokyo Love Hotels. We are an organization and event organizers that make these events that support local artists and fashionistas. I was gonna say. We support brands and artists that wants to. We give them a chance to have a pop-up or release their music or perform or do literally whatever they want to at a free space in the center of Tokyo at a monthly event, depending on COVID situations. And so forth. But that's generally what we do. My name is Robin Rastenberger and I am Mr. Love Hotel, and you are
Kalinlaw, aka Mrs. Love Ho. You said your name was Robin Rastenberger the other podcast, don't you?
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
a
it?
tricky one because in Swedish it's Rastenberger, which is practically impossible to pronounce in English. So it goes back and forth,
Okay.
yeah. Whichever you like.
Yeah.
G-Robs might be better.
Yeah. Okay.
So today we have a very special guest. This is a multi-talented woman, model, illustrator, brand owner, designer, a little bit of this and that I've known for a couple of years. Quite many years, honestly, but haven't really fully connected until recently. And she will be having a pop-up with us at the upcoming Love Hotel event in March, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. Shall we just call her in?
Yes.
No. Naomi Sundberg.
Hi, girl.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Thank
babe.
you for
Welcome.
time.
Get those headphones on. Would you like a beverage?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you have?
We got wine. We got beer. What are you feeling like?
Oh, beer.
Beer?
Oh,
どうしよう。
Wine.
Beer でいこうかな。
Beer. Okay.
I haven't had beer in so long.
rare.
Let's do it.
I get the bottle to
Ah, Asahi
myself.
desu.
Yes, Asahi. And it's the style free, zero sugar. You'll
But
keep
keep that
skinny,
figure.
keep that figure, yet drunk.
What a collab.
Drunk and slim. What a dream.
Thanks, guys.
Get that in there. Do you have? You need a refill.
いやビール
Do I
超
need a
久しぶり。
cork?
No, this one is.
Tap on.
Yeah, it's the Love
creek.
the creek.
The vineyard.
Love Hose Creek. Pop
Is that the
in
name
there.
of the wine?
The Love Hole Creek? No, it's
Yes,
Jacob.
it is.
Sure. It's Jacob's Creek. But we tend to pretend that all the beverages that we provide are grown at our local vineyard, Tokyo Love Hotel vineyard.
You
That's
know.
amazing.
Doesn't sound very healthy, does it, though?
It sounds great.
Okay, let's cheers to this. You should have thrown it.
Cheers.
Cheers, babes. Welcome to the
Welcome
pool.
to the pod station.
Oh, yeah. Showing those cups.
Engagement.
How's your Hisashiburi beer?
美味しい。
Yeah?
Refreshing.
It's
Yeah.
accessibility?
Yeah.
Why?
なんかあんまりビールとか
うん
ラーメンとかカーブスを少なくしてるのね。
Ah.
So I drink a lot of wine though.
Oh, right.
That's all I drink.
But
You're
you gave
still
me
wasted.
2 options today.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Just
still
I
got
want
wine as well, so
something.
we can intertwine the two later on
Yes.
if you want to.
Yes, that'd be
Naomi. How would you pronounce it?
great. Naomi.
Naomi. Okay. Hi, Naomi. Hi, babe.
Hi.
Hi,
Robin.
I don't really know how to introduce you. I've known you for quite a couple of years through modeling, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was it at a shoot we met, or was it like at a casting?
I think it was a shoot first. でも全然覚えてないその
Yeah.
内容とか。I
No
think we were on the
recollection.
beach or something. like with a lot of I think it was like when I was in high school.
That men's
Fine Boys?
Fine Boys magazine. Yes. It was like loads of dudes and then like you.
And, like, no,
me,
there were other girls too.
Sure.
I
I mean,
swear.
they're long gone. They're forgotten. You were the one with the impression. You were the hot gal with like your
yes,
armada of
hair flip.
men. The hair
Oh
flip.
my god.
Yeah. I remember that. Oh, you were wearing a beanie.
I was?
You were wearing a beanie.
At the
I
beach.
actually might have the magazine at home somewhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a time where I used to purchase every magazine that I was in just to remember them or like have them in case.
Until
and I
you
think
became top model and you were everywhere. And you couldn't keep up with yourself.
until I wasn't in no magazines no more. There's nothing to purchase.
So true.
Yes.
Wow.
Well. Past is the past. We met then, and I mean, there was just like a brief hello, how's it going? Not more than that. And then a couple of years went by, and then like choco, little by little. Right, we've been meeting at events, and I remember you did illustrations as well, right?
I did, yeah.
Are you still doing that?
Illustrator. I used to paint too. No, not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get back into it. It just takes like so much energy and like a lot of time, and you make
But
a big
it's
mess.
Corona
and,
times, but we'll get
I
to
know.
that. Or should we
Yeah.
get into it?
Oh, maybe we should get into it. Ramen, beer, and painting. Maybe that's the coming year.
Vibe.
That's another session, yeah.
Yes. But you evolved everything. All of these little paths and things that you've had going on has essentially turned out into a brand, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So you do this brand called Hazelle, or
I love the
Hazelle,
name.
Yeah.
I love
Hazel.
a
the
Hazel.
name.
Like
Okay.
The color,
hazelnut.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's color.
Hazel. So you got this brand called Hazel, where you do, correct me if I'm wrong, like sustainable lingerie and underwear that's not only comfortable but also good to the environment.
Yes.
Um,
Or a low impact for the environment.
Low impact for the environment. So would you care to elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, so where should I start? I've been modeling for like 15 years. So I have kind of a fashion background with that. But I always liked painting and like designing. So I wanted a way to kind of like combine the two together. And I had a amazing platform here with like networking. So I thought it'd be like a perfect opportunity. And underwear はなんかなんだろう it's kind of just like my 表現ってなんて言うんだろう expression because I didn't want to make underwear like なんだろう to start with. It was just like a message that I wanted to for it to portray.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's my first time
Don't worry,
going.
don't
Yeah.
やばいやばい
It's true.
なんか okay, I have like so much to digest. So
Yeah. I
maybe
mean,
it's better
Drink
to
some beer.
drink some beer.
yeah, we'll spread it out. So
Yeah.
basically, Hazel, not Hazelle. I keep saying Hazelle because
Hazel じゃないよ
it's because
Like
it's
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Like with the spelling,
It's the
I think the
best.
inner European, the inner French in me kind of brings it out.
Oh, the spelling, yeah.
Yeah,
うん。
Hazel.
はいはい。
So Hazel is the brand you've been doing. How long have you been doing this?
Just for maybe like 1.5 years.
1.5
I just
years.
started 1.5
Brand
years.
new.
And it's a lingerie brand. Would you how would you categorize it within like for someone that doesn't know much about lingerie? Like I'm like Pete John, Victoria's Secret, and what is it?
Peach John.
Peachy John.
Peachy John.
Pete John. Pete John.
Peachy John.
It's the men's line.
Pete. Yes, the men's version, the Pete Johns.
キモいと思う。Yeah.
Where are my Pete's at?
Yes.
Like what defines Hazel in that sense? I know that it's sustainable in a way.
I want to empower women. I think that's like the main thing about the brand. But as I do that, I wanted to make it like sustainable and being responsible with like how you make it, who's making it, what kind of materials you're using. So as I was like, so I like sample and sew myself, and while I was prototyping, I started thinking of all these things, like how the brand should be. So yeah, it took a long time.
When you mention empowering women, is it with the design and the shape that you do it? Is it a way of being comfortable, or is it appealing to the sexy side, or is it what's the?
そうだね。なんか、being comfortable and being yourself, not necessarily sexy, but if you're a sexy person, you could be sexy in it too.
Right.
It's just like, なんか、まあ、カタログ持ってくればよかったんだけど、every season っていうか、まあ、every year I try to shoot like a personality, and I want to shoot a girl in her room being like herself, like in the morning when she's just waking up, because I think that's like the time when you're most vulnerable. で、そうだからなんかまあ自分のままで美しくっていうコンセプトでやってて。
Is that why you chose underwear?
Kind of. まあ一番なんだろう。肌に近いものだし、なんか growing up, I was never comfortable in the like wired bras I was wearing in high school and like middle school, and I thought those were the only things that were available at the time until I moved to New York and like saw the lingerie designs in Europe, and it's like, why don't they have something like this in Japan? So 本当日本にもこういうソフトブラとかができたのは最近だと思うんだよね。
So it's a recent thing.
Japanese underwear is so different from. It's so not cute compared to the rest of the world, or at least the West side.
There
Western.
we go again. The Japanese contrasts. Like you'd figure that Japan being so focused on everything being natural and authentic, and you know that would also affect the lingerie industry as well, that it would be like, I think for a lot of people abroad thinking about Japanese culture and then connecting that to Japanese lingerie would probably think of it more as like nothing more than a sports bra, or like a ribbon that's just like tied around, like a kimono, like, you know what I mean?
They're so frilly and so much padding.
So much padding, yeah.
What the fuck?
So 本当に exactly.
It's so
like,
crazy.
I thought like the underwear I was wearing was for men, like to show ちょっと that sounds kind of skanky.
But it's true. It's male dominated, like the whole industry, especially here.
Exactly. So 全然なんか気持ちよくもないし、there's a lot of like excessive frills or like patterns and like
ribbons and
I mean,
so extra.
You're gonna pee in them anyways. I was gonna say, but it's true.
And they rip too. They're not like
strong.
Yeah. So
Maintaining
Yeah.
the movements. Okay. I wish that would be so cool if you or just the, I don't know, like Japanese underwear
It has to
collections or
change.
hayari would change.
Yeah.
If
でも
they would realize
ね
those other.
そうそうそれがやりたくてまあ Women's Empowerment っていうメッセージを It's just like a vehicle that like、まあ、そこから変えていこうみたいな感じ。
How does the lingerie industry work? Is it like any fashion brand that you'd find stores that would kind of like select stores that would put your brand out there for them, or how do you work with your brand to get it out there? Is it very online sale based, or?
Right now it's mainly online. I have 2 small like very local stores that carry Hazelle, and those 2 stores are started by very creative individuals. One's like a couple owns it and they do everything there. でなんかまあ I like those kind of like intimate vibes, so I want to keep it more like local, more than I do like department stores もたまにやるけど、できればヘイゾーのことをすごくよく知っててよくしてくれる人たちに、日本語で喋っていいの
？Yeah, you're fine. You can speak in whatever language you
I
want
feel
to.
like I'm like switching.
Yeah, and that's okay. There's a lot of Janglish on this, and most people understand both languages too, so it's
Okay,
fine.
good. All right, so yeah, keeping it local, but online's doing well, so まあそれが一番 efficient なんだよね、今のところは with Corona and everything.
Right. So I know, I mean, the plan is to spread the message, and you, basically what you're saying is you'd like to do that through that selected clientele that you have at these smaller shops and these smaller stores where you can actually have a human connection.
Yeah.
But you're also doing it at these department stores because, I mean, I guess that's also a way into the more mainstream kind of market in a sense.
そうそう。まあ、department stores も結構セレクトしてるの。Andまあ depending on the floors とか they have like more natural vibes or like organic products we want it next to these like 化粧品 that are like natural とかだったらやるみたいな感じなんだけど。
Oh, so you can there's kind of a choice there. I thought if it's like a department store, they just chuck you in the middle of all the other like panties, like panty section.
No.
No?
なんかまあ伊勢丹でよくポップアップしてもらうんだけど、they've been really good to me, and they dig into they understand like Hazel's more of a lifestyle than just underwear. So it's by the underwear section and like the beauty section. It's like kind of like
blurred lines.
Blurred lines, yeah.
How do you even get into the department stores? Like, how do you get your brand in there?
They reached out by DM. Yeah.
By DM? Isetan?
Isetan.
That's crazy.
It was like what? Isetan Shinjuku? Like.
ごめん DM じゃないインスタからメール
okay, so they found you on Instagram and they mailed you afterwards. Okay, right. Yeah, I figured. It's like you said downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
That's cool.
That's amazing. So there's a person that works at these department stores that generally
they like scout you, and they're always looking for like small like local brands.
That's cool. Wow.
That's amazing. Did not even expect that.
Yeah.
I thought they were more basic.
Yeah. That's what's
basic.
up.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, like in a sense.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's good to know. Encouraging. Yeah.
But I also think like department stores aren't doing that well under Corona.
Yeah.
So they want more exposure through these like smaller outlets, I think. Yeah.
So your brand, it just started like a year and a half ago, right? A lot of Love Ho pop-ups often are streetwear brands, and even that they like it's hard to start a brand for yourself. Even if you wanted to, you don't know where to begin.
Yeah.
Underwear, even I feel like, how do you start that? How do you start that?
How do you start that? And it's I don't know.
Just like
just guessing. With a lot of streetwear brands, usually the shapes are already cut out for you. There's not a lot of pattern making going on with street brands because it tends to be more focused on the illustrating and the design, and they usually just print it, smack it onto something. They find a product that they like and smack it on. Whereas with lingerie, I'd figure that there's more of a pattern making process and making sure that the fit is working, and there's so many things that need to come together.
Oh my god, I did so much prototyping in the beginning. Like I didn't have anything, soまあなんかこういうの作ってってパターナーさんにお願いしてもlike it would all the strings would pop out とかlike the material wasn't working とかあってなかなか I couldn't make it work for like I was trying to make just like one sample. It took years.
Really?
Like 3 years.
Really?
I just like kept trying.
Was that looking like going through these different pattern makers?
Japanese pattern makers.
Japanese, and I started when I was in college in New York. So I was working with my friends, with my college friends in New York for a year. It was like my thesis. So I needed to get a product made within the year because my thesis was about like branding a lifestyle. But I didn't have the product. So なんか my professors were like, what are you doing? Why are you sewing shit? Interesting. So it's been, I've gone through a lot of people who tried to help me, and like they led me through, they introduced me to like other places and like showed me different materials. So that helped me gain more knowledge about just like fukusukuri. And I kind of gave up after 2 years. And after this なんだったっけきっかけなんか this German pattern maker in Tokyo told me like this is impossible to make after she tried it for a month, and I realized she didn't touch anything, so it made me so mad. And I was like, できるっしょみたいな思って I'm gonna do it myself and show her.
That's the way to go. Always the way.
It pissed me off so much. It's like できないわけないじゃんって思って、だからそうなんか自分でや
Wait, what do you mean you sold it by yourself?
I sold it myself, so I started.
That's how you started your
patterns.
brand?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so dope.
So legendary.
Legendary.
No,
oh my god.
I don't recommend it.
Wait,
though.
how do you even know how to sew?
YouTube.
What?
Yeah.
I YouTubed it.
Winner. Respect.
This woman
This
here.
is so dope. Show respect. So many people say they want to sew. Like, do you know anybody that can sew?
And that's the thing. It's really all about the mental kind of
You
state
gotta
that you're
keep
in.
going. Like, you can't give up.
Yeah, you don't need to go to a 10-year education. If you do, that's fantastic. But it is totally doable by looking for help with friends or finding things on YouTube or Google or just reading books. You can do anything by yourself as long as you put your mind onto it. And I think that's a great inspiration for a lot of people that wants to do the same thing that you do.
Looking at books really help too.
And especially hearing someone that says it's impossible, and then you're like, no, it's not.
It's
Let
not.
me try first.
So
and it worked out, right?
It did. It worked out really well, actually, because now I know how the products work. So when I go to the factory, when they make it at the factory, I could tell them like how the patterns go and like what kind of stitch they need to use, what kind of thread they need to use. So
this thing that wasn't supposed to work out, is it anything that we would understand if you try to explain it to us?
Work out with the...
Like, was it something with the shape or like a way of sewing that was...
Oh, okay. So yeah, I try to make it as minimal as possible. Like use only the material and the thread, no elastic, no like just the raw materials without, and having it look good and also have enough support to it. So
okay, without any rubber bands here and there, and okay.
So some rubber bands. So elastic. No.
Yeah.
そうだからまあその minimal で I stuck with it, and そうだねまあ、I use stretchy thread instead of using elastic, and that thread is actually like a pain in the ass to use. So like all the factories like reject that thread. なんか糸が飛びますとか、it takes longer to sew, so it's gonna take this much more money みたいな。So
but the end product of this is a a panty that or a bra that has less materials in it. It's more simplistic. It looks cleaner.
Super simple, yeah.
And probably you'd I guess more comfortable in a sense, because it doesn't have the same kind of, it'd be the same kind of pressure from all angles rather than like tight here and not tight there.
Yeah. It's kind of like wearing a tank top, but it's more fitted to your body.
Yeah. What?
Your favorite tank.
My tank, you're always a tank.
How did you find that factory that works with you now, or like made it work?
It's a long story.
I asked these like nitty-bitty
We
questions.
have an hour.
It's great. そうね、なんかまあ今新しいファクトリーにしてて、in Japan. The one I was working with in LA didn't work out because there's communication issues during COVID. And I was trying to make it work with them because the fabric was made in LA, and the factory was in LA too. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. And so I'm working with a new factory in Tokyo. Oh, no, not in Tokyo. Aichiken.
Aichiken.
So
Japanese
close.
factory.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's dope.
This is the first time I'm trying it out with them. We're making samples right now.
Why the decision to go for something such as Los Angeles and Japan, and not the regs like China or Uzbekistan?
China.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, China is actually like super skilled. Like they're really good.
Yeah.
And I really wish the quality was up to them, and they make a ton too. So, but again, I want to make everything kind of like locally made and know the people who's also making it. So this factory in Aichiken is small business owner, and they make small lots. So they make like merchandise too. And they have a lot of resources as well. So this guy like connected me to them. So they could make everything.
Okay. I get it. So basically, the choice of factory is the same reason as to how you pick the stores that you're selling the brand in as well. It's because it's easily accessible for you, and it's also you get to have the human connection with the people. You know exactly where it's from and what it's doing, as opposed to, because a lot of brands use China because it is cheaper. The quality depends on the factory, of course, but it does get further, and there's less of a connection between the buyer and the actual factory people. You don't really know what's going on.
You get a lot more control when it's like smaller.
Right.
Yeah, so you could control the quality and how much you make, and it didn't really work out like that in other factories. So this is a smaller lot factory, which is great.
How were you able to find a Japanese factory to work with?
How was I able to find them?
Yeah. Is it like a Google? Or is it like...
紹介だった。なんか I was 悩んでて、その工場がもうひどすぎて、本当 LA すごいやばかったんだけど、it's like もう I could bitch about it for I'm never working with Americans still. No.
Yeah.
So I was like bitching about them. And they are like a couple who owns a brand as well, and we're doing a pop-up together. And they knew someone who they work with someone who makes their limited products, and they connected me to him. And he knows all the different factories around Tokyo or in Japan. So he has a lot of connections, and they told me I should use him if I'm starting production here, so because I'm clueless about like what goes on.
Right.
And it's really hard to communicate directly to factories if you're like a small business, especially in Japan, because they don't really trust you. So it's good to have kind of like that middleman who connects you and like communicates with them for you.
Right.
Yeah.
I figure because the reason for the question is that a lot of these brands, they don't probably know how to find factories and how to do their stuff.
Exactly.
A lot of people think that either they can only order it from like some expensive online service from abroad, or or
China,
or
which
China.
you get like 1,000 pieces and you don't even need 1,000.
It's
right
like
now.
a minimum.
Yeah.
Like
It's
even
huge.
us when we've been ordering, like when
Huge
we were
minimum.
trying to make like Love Home merch, and it's like
we don't need all.
we're like we want to make alcohol gels, and they're like minimum 500 billion orders, please. And it's like, what? Can we have a sample? Okay, that's from 1,000 pieces. You're like,
Oh
what are we
my
gonna do with
God.
this?
Yeah.
What were you trying to make?
We're alcohol gel.
We thought
Is
we
that
were
like
on top
lube?
of the game.
Thought we were on top of the game. We wanted to be quick out and get the masks and the alcohol gels.
Oh, I thought it was like lube or something.
No.
That's brilliant.
We're not an actual Love Hotel,
brilliant,
but
apparently.
we should. We should do condoms and alcohol lube.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, that-
Corona during these Corona times.
And like you
we
ingest
should
it and
promote
then
our
you have a
alcohol
great
gels
time.
as lube /
ずっ
alcohol
とぬる
gels.
ぬるしてるんでしょ。
They're drunk. That's terrible.
意味わかんない。
So many like unconscious
Nasty.
decisions about to happen. No, but yeah. So yeah. It's you really need to find those middle people that are able to
I think it's so important because I struggle so much to find the right factory in the States.
You went
Like,
through
oh,
so
like,
many.
So
it sounds
many.
like,
Yeah. Like 4. But it's like such a long process because you need to make
That's the
samples
part,
with
for
them.
real.
And there's so much money.
and you have to
like,
pay for the whole
investing.
process,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Shokaidane introduced
So-
by somebody is probably the
Yeah.
best. You're probably
I
well
could
connected.
introduce you to him.
Yeah.
Introducing him to everyone.
Yeah.
For our
He's
next
great.
Is it
lube.
only underwear that he does, or just cut?
No,
like
he makes
everything?
like everything.
Really?
He was making this like metallic tissue box and like lint roller holder.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so many
Literally,
artists
like
ask
anything.
us if there's manufacturers in Japan, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Japan doesn't really encourage you to DIY or like do art or do
Mhm.
anything. Like, you can't really
They
buy
don't.
any not ingredients, like art supplies much in Japan, or neither the space in the house. It's so small to do any kind
Yeah.
of.
Mm.
You can
There's
have a garage or
there's
anything.
there's also not that mentality as well, especially in the big cities in Japan, especially Tokyo. They don't really have the DIY mentality, also because it's such a
At all.
consumer society,
So,
and it's
Yeah.
so focused on getting the finalized product and paying your
Exactly.
good money worth for the person that's worked hard producing it for you.
yeah.
So when it comes to doing stuff for yourself, a lot of people are very blind. I would say blind towards it. They don't realize that you could just Google it. You could just order the ingredients and build or make whatever you like to do.
Like, for me and my airbrush stuff, like getting airbrush supplies in Japan is impossible. Airbrush is like neru no airbrush in Japan. Everything is neru related, or airbrush makeup. I have to buy everything in the States, and it's so much cheaper in the States. Over here, it's like triple the price for a paint of airbrush liquid. And the space, like apartments, you can't really like do paintings or like a canvas or airbrush studio, none of that. In the States, maybe like you have a garage or something, I don't know, like
It makes it so much more restricting,
So-
like what you can make.
it's
Yeah.
very
You can't make like
discouraging.
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, and they also make you. I think they also make you think that it's not easy to do when it could be easier.
That sucks.
Like we briefly discussed before we started, our my friend Anton that lives in Sangenjaya area, and I mean this man managed to buy his own apartment, totally refurbish it, remove all the walls, the ceiling, the kitchen,
That's like his palette.
and just that's his palette, exactly. That's his way, and he rebuilt the whole thing and made it his own, and did the same thing with a whole house in the same area, and it's totally doable. And every like for me coming from Sweden, I must probably for you guys as well, like something that is DIY, like painting a wall, like building a sofa, like it's doable.
Yeah.
It's more about whether you have the energy to do it or not. Whereas in Japan, it's like it's not even feasible. It's not even like is that even possible? Is that humanly possible for you to do something like that?
Yeah. So, 今
But it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
So it is.
exactly. So I started the brand in my apartment, and I have like 4 sewing machines, and like I had a lot of stock, like just like boxes piled up in my apartment, and I had to move everything out because it was like I couldn't really work and live in the same space.
That's how I feel right now.
So
but okay, yeah.
Because you need to like take everything down and then always keep your house clean.
Yeah, I step over my painting every time I'm like going across my room.
Right.
Like everything's
it gets really
over.
messy. Like
So,
that's what happens when you're creating. It's like you just want everything handy.
yeah.
But yeah, you're also living there, so you
keeping that
putting
balance.
everything, cleaning it up and putting it away for you to live in. But then you want to be able to go back to it every second of the day to continue your art and touch up on it. You don't want to put it away. You want to leave it out like in a studio would be. But
and still keep sane and knowing that your house is your house. That's where you're supposed to sleep and eat and not work.
But first world problems.
First world problems, yes. Definitely. That's so cool though. So everything basically started in your apartment.
Yeah.
You made it happen there.
But starting this month, I'm renting out a small studio right by my house. So, workshop. Yeah. So I do all the delivery and like fixing the products right there. So have everything organized in boxes.
That's so cool.
Only in a year and a half, and I feel like you've been doing this like professionally.
Oh my god.
Janai vibes, like she has this
Thank
pro.
you.
You've been doing it for a while, mitaina.
How?
How?
How? I had to. Like it was just like, it just happened organically because like things were piling up in my house and I couldn't take it anymore, so I had to move everything. Like,
but
just,
it
like,
also means it's doing well, right? The business.
Yeah.
What do you think it is that's making it work?
I have a PR person.
Yeah.
So she has a showroom that has my products there. So like stylists see it and they put it on a magazine, and sometimes it's really effective. Those people follow me on Instagram. So it started really small, but they're right now I think are like core fans follow Instagram. So everything that they want to see, I could hear their voices. It's like such a small community.
In your head.
So I hear them and I listen to their demand, and I guess like they love the products, and I have a lot of repeaters, so that's how I know they like it. And they could DM me, or like they have my phone number because I write it on the packages. So sometimes they call me.
Oh my god, come on. Wow, personal.
Naomi hotline.
Cute.
At your service.
Yes.
How many pop-ups have you done?
Not that much. Like 伊勢丹2回やって西武1回やって
Like
Then you
first
gotta be at
pop-up
Clubhouse?
at Isetan mitaina, your first ever pop-up to ka.
I think so. Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's
Amazing.
amazing. And I mean, sorry, fun trivia. So Naomi is the first guest that we're having on the podcast that hasn't been at Clubhouse yet, but will be.
やりたい。
Wait, Love
Yeah.
Home 自体来たことない。
Clubhouse 自体来たことない。あ、そこもそこもシャッ on that one. Many times she's been there in spirit.
But she's scheduled.
She's scheduled to. She was supposed to do it now in February. We had to cancel, or we did cancel. It was a conscious decision.
To be today, TBH.
Yeah, supposed to be today actually, because of the state of emergency, and we want to protect the people and make sure that everyone's safe and that it looks okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, that in March 20th, we'll have our next event, and you're scheduled to do it then. So you're the first guest on our podcast that hasn't done a pop-up yet, but will. However, we've still been in touch because we do other types of events, and we've been affiliated at a couple of times. Like we did the interview thing the other day for Vivace, where we interviewed you on your brand and why you're doing it and stuff like that. Environmental stuff. So we're very aware and we're very excited. However, though, like hearing Iseta and Cebu and online, and I know you go to like Kyoto for like a little thing, and then coming, and here comes Love Hole. Like, boy, are you ready? Like mentally, it's a plot twist. It's like a crazy market. That's what it is.
How is it like set up? It's like.
So
it's kind of like a marketplace.
So Love Hotel, it's always at the same venue.
For now.
It's always at the same venue. It's 2 stories. It's 2 floors with a mezzanine. It's an inside balcony, so you can look down from the 2nd floor and see the 1st floor as well. But it is originally a lounge bar. And what we are trying to do, what Levos always does, is we try to incorporate art and brands and music and fashion and everything into one spot and make sure that people get exposed to different kinds of people and different kinds of things while having a good time with a drink and dancing.
Oh, that's amazing.
The thing though is that we don't run late. We'll run until 11 p.m. usually, depending now because of COVID, it depends. But usually until 11 p.m. because we don't want it to be like an all-nighter thing. We want it to be like an afternoon to an evening thing.
We don't want it to be like a club focused, party focused thing. We want it to be about arts first and foremost.
Yeah, exactly. So people can come, and because we run it for maybe like 5-6 hours, the whole event. There's a lot of like, I wouldn't say ups and downs, but there's different like, what would you call it? Like waves of people and waves of how the night kind of evolves. So it starts off.
People come in and out.
People come in and out, and usually the people that will come around opening hours, around like 5-6 p.m., they come for just like a drink and they walk around, and the pop-ups are lined up on the 2nd floor. They're lined up, but in a very, very casual way. Like it's up to each pop-up to do whatever they want to do with the space. So you have people that just have a chair and their products, and then you have people that like have this whole thing. So people can like chop a little thing, look at a little thing, get like a little haircut, get like a little henna tattoo done, have a little drink. And then on the first floor we have DJs, some people dancing, live painting. All day?
Cooking.
Yeah, it's like a 6-hour event, 5-6 hour event.
Music playing and everything.
Yeah, the whole thing. And then we have live performances and pop-up kitchens. So you can go, you can eat, you can dance, you can sing, you can do a little bit of everything at the place. So it's a very laid back experience. So we would say it's more of like a market festival vibe than it would be like a welcome. This is my lineup. Yeah. Oh
exactly.
So you're in for a treat.
Great. No,
you'll definitely
or a
meet
shock.
really cool people. You'll definitely meet cool people.
I was looking at your previous events, and like I was looking at all the artists and the creators. All of them, like I had no idea until I saw your event. So
I mean, the name can be misleading, but it's for a good intention.
Yeah.
People gather for, like a love hope, people gather for a short amount of time, share they love and depart. Like, in a sense, that's what it's about.
Happened, yes.
But it's an amazing bunch of people, and it's such a great gathering.
You'll definitely either make friends or make connections or...
That's amazing.
Or a lover.
Or a lover. Something always evolves, and it's really nice to see. And there's always a different lineup every time, so.
That's great, because,
this is when she backs out.
I know, I'm like,
but actually,
I don't know, this isn't for
me. Good knowing you. No. There used to be like a design exhibition, design forum.
Design Festa. Design Festa. Like Harajuku no. And then they do like a convention type thing.
Yeah.
Design Festa.
Yeah. Like where all the artists and the designers come and they show their work. I forgot what it was called. Design Festa.
Isn't it? Yeah.
なんか事故があったんだよね。
Really?
なんか火事があっ One
Really?
person died. Like
What?
a child died.
I was
from
gonna say
that.
rabbit hole because we
Just
had a fire alarm
Basically.
accident once, but
Fuck
no one died. Really?
Yeah, so like there's no place for artists to show their work now.
When was this?
Like maybe like 3 years ago. だってなんか
Demo, I know Design Fest. I think they're still going on. I mean,
Something
I
else.
checked, but it was like Corona. They stopped. Still
Oh,
but
it's-
I don't know if maybe that. I
it
don't know.
was なんだろうなんか
It's good for. What?
Is
So
there
they what?
some-
They're gone. They stopped.
It's gone. So like I was wondering like where people show their stuff or like meet like other creative people because
Right.
they all
Here we
I
are.
wanna know.
I know, so
I
that's
wanna know if that's
amazing.
really Design Festa or some
Yeah.
different
名前
thing.
が違う
Yeah, we should look it up.
する
That's terrible, though.
I know.
Yeah. What were they doing?
Was it in a similar
was it
vibe,
Yeah.
like
No.
music and drinks and dancing, or was it more of like a showcase?
It was more showcase like
Mhm.
ミラノサローネみたいな each country has like what's the hot scene in like the art world in that country みたいな
Mm.
東京にもあったんだけど今はないの
Because of the fire.
because of the fire and they never like recovered from it.
Was it like a party thing or was it like a
No, it
trade
was
show, like convention?
it's exhibition
Exhibit.
trade show
Mm.
みたいなnot a trade
Be-
show.
But if it is kind of like a showcase, I mean, I have a hard time understanding how there could be a fire
Right.
that'd be so violent for people not being
Yeah.
able to like
Make their way out.
like I'm knock on wood. I would understand Love Hole because it's like because it's like a crowded
It gets crazy,
space.
like,
It gets like
sometimes.
wild
Oh,
sometimes.
so it was one of the exhibitors' piece. It was like a wooden jungle gym, and it just like caught on fire
Oh
when
my
the kid was on it.
god! Oh my god! Even more so for the fucking
Yeah.
artists. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like on the news and
Oh
everything.
my god!
Let us know later. I want
I
to
feel
know
like
about
I
this.
recognize this new new, two news.
Newses.
These newses. I feel like I remember this something with a jungle gym.
Let's find it later. I wanna.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
into
Oh,
it.
that's terrible.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's fucked up.
なんか大学の文化祭とかはあるけど、there's not a lot of
Yeah, there really
places
isn't.
for outlets for artists. So
No, but it's true, and I think that's also like one of the reasons why we started in the first place.
And especially for like
I think it's great.
foreigners friendly, like where
Mhm.
foreigner friendly and Japanese people friendly. It's either usually like Japanese
One or the other.
convention or Japanese trade show. So
Or extremely niched. It'd be like only live painting or only DJs or only
Yeah.
artists.
Mm.
I think what we've for some reason managed to create is this just gorgeous vibe of like
Amazing.
different
Very
people
different
doing very
people.
different
Yeah.
things, and it still works.
and I'm so happy when a Japanese person hits us up and they're so eager to do something with us, because there is a lot of foreigners and we mainly do everything in English. So nah, it's
yeah.
if it's encouraging for Japanese people, that's dope.
Yeah, when you said fire, I really thought it was loads because we had we had a very
Happened.
silly incident last year, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, where someone accidentally pushed the fire alarm with their like elbow when they were like squirming, having a good time, and something hit the wrong button. And then, according to like law, you have to evacuate the whole building,
Oh
and then
my
the firemen need to
God.
come.
The restaurants and everybody in that.
Oh my god.
Everything had to shut down, and firemen had to come, and they need to do a whole assessment to make sure the buildings is
is
safe,
And that
even
was
if
in
it's
the middle of the event, like 9:30 mitaina.
yeah.
Yeah, peak time.
And I feel so bad for the guy
That was
doing it though
tragic,
too.
yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, yeah, I could imagine.
you know, shit happens.
Shit happens.
But I mean, thank God it was just
Move
like
on.
a false alarm.
Yes.
You know, everyone's
Learn.
fine.
Yes.
No sprinklers were going on.
No,
Oh my god! Imagine with the art and the clothes.
Imagine it might be like in Pisa.
It could have been worse.
Oh, we
or
would
better.
have brought the soap.
All our positivity would
bubbles
probably
everywhere.
be like, yes. Imagine it.
楽しそう。
No, but it was such a Titanic moment. I remember, and one of our friends.
I cried.
I mean, shout out to yes, she cried by the bar, and one of our friends, Jimmy, he was like getting people into the
So
elevator. He was
serious,
like trying to
serious
like
shit.
get them
Titanic.
out, like first, second, third class kind of thing.
No.
It was such a thing, and
That's crazy.
it was even when the fire trucks came outside. Someone decided to record a music video.
That's no. She shot that shit. Shout out to you.
We recorded a
and
music
everybody
video
that
with the
made
fire trucks
positivity
outside.
out of that.
It was
With
so
all the
good.
lights.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was quite a video.
So the night became like Love Hose was literally lit.
Yeah,
like
everybody
it
was talking about us that night, like, oh yeah, the party that shut down that night. It sounded like we was lit, but
like it was so fun and shut down, but it was
well,
tragic.
we got wrecked publicity.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but never again. Let's
So look
pray.
forward to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe she'll do that. Like if she doesn't see sales, she'll go and be like,
Oh
hit
my
the
god,
fire
please
alarm.
don't, please
Become a
don't.
huge thing. Yeah. And then record a music video.
Oh my god, with the Hazelle on.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yes.
Release a nipple.
I think I usually just have people walk around in Hazelle all night.
Oh my god.
That would be a thing. Like literally.
Can I do that?
You can do anything.
Tickle, yeah, that'd be dope.
Mm.
Like a free runway.
Oh.
Mm.
You're
that
giving
would
me ideas.
no, like literally anything goes.
I actually made these Valentine Hazels for you guys.
What?
Oh fuck.
What?
I didn't bring those.
What?
I have a gift for you. Okay.
Not the Valentine's Day.
So,
It's
here.
okay.
I got
Yay!
chocolate,
You got
too.
men's underwear too?
No, this is only for you, Colin.
Yes, and
Aw.
chocolate
And
for
this
you.
is for you.
Oh,
Yay!
thank you, babe.
It's great to be a girl sometimes. Love, thank you.
Yeah, arigato.
Pink.
This is the chocolate.
This is Hazel. ね、かわいいじゃん。Oh, cute! Valentine colors.
Valentine's pink. Like, I never wear pink, but
I wear pink.
これ作ってまあ
Did you sew this or is this so manufactured? Either way,
it's
I'm in love.
manufactured,
Good for you.
but it's made with love.
え、最高. Oh my gosh, what does
It
it
feels
say?
so good.
It says organic cotton, 88%, spandex 12%, designed in Tokyo, made in Los Angeles, hand or machine wash with cold water, no bleach, hang dry. Give your body a hug. Hazelwear.com.
Give your body a hug. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Is that your slogan?
But yeah, for this show.
Yes.
Psycho.
It's so 気持ちいいよ。なんかね、水着着てるみたいだけど、it's like cotton, so it's like 柔らかい, right?
And it
it's-
breathes.
This
It
might be
breathes.
my first.
Your
And no
boobs
nip
breathe.
slips.
No
Mhm.
nip slips.
Or-
Hopefully.
All secured.
Hopefully.
Tits secured. Thank you,
Secured.
babe.
Yeah.
I will
かわいい。
selfie myself to wearing this. ありがとう。
してね。
キルキルキル. Thank you so much.
so
素敵。
So I was
So glad.
dyeing these hazels for a plum color, like wine color, for your pop-up event.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, nice.
But
Wow.
they're already selling out.
Oh, they are.
What are you gonna do for
I
us?
was doing it for today,
Mhm.
like this
Ah,
pop-up.
okay.
So
Alright,
for
right,
Valentine's
right.
edition みたいな
すごい。
作ったんだけど。
ホワイトデーだからまあ一人。
確かに
Okay, she's
Yeah.
writing this.
Yeah.
ホワイトデーか。
ホワイトデーとして。Yeah.
And I mean, the event in March with the visuals is gonna be
Love.
the love. Yeah, I mean, it's still gonna be on the theme of love.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, very much
White
so. And I don't think we're going to change the actual visuals that we had for the flyer because they were
It
quite
works.
intelligently made.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like a Valentine's vibe. So it's
nice.
Yeah. It could be a body hug of some sort.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like that.
Should we go to the gram questions?
Let's go to the gram questions. So the other day we asked people on stories if they had any questions for Hazelle. I might say Hazelle from now on anyways because it's so...
Hazelle.
Maybe the men's line will be Hazelle.
Hazelle, yeah. Or maybe it's just me being weird saying that. We asked people if they had any questions to Hazelle, aka you. And this is what we got.
This is one from R.R. Looking at the evolution of lingerie, do you see a pattern of I sound like Lena. Do you see a pattern of trends coming and going?
Trends?
Yeah.
With lingerie?
Yeah. Looking at the evolution.
Evolution. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Mine was inspired by 70s. It's なんだろう、まあ sports bra っていうかゆるい like it was kind of like the time when women were revolting for like their sexuality and they would take off their bras and burn it.
Right. And
it
then
was
you
kind of like a
ones.
movement. Yeah. So they were like braless because they were always like like the men own them and like things like that. So that movement really inspired me to make these bras. Like show the nipple みたいな感じだけど、まあ、サポートがあった方がいいよね。
走る時とかね。Hell yeah, it's different.
I'm like, right, have no idea. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm imagining my balls in a bra instead. Might be.
You guys need... I guess you guys have a bra for balls, which is the drawers.
Oh my god, what is...
What?
No, like tight underwear, you mean, for guys?
Drawers, yeah.
Drawers?
Drawers.
My friend was saying...
Trunks? Boxers?
Was that an American thing? Drawers.
I think it's
drawers is underwear for men.
Drawers?
Drawers. How do you spell that?
That's the name of the brand.
D-R-A-W?
Oh, no brand.
Drawers.
I think it's just a term for underwear in America?
It's men's underwear.
Oh, like trunks?
Yeah. Or
like
tight
briefs?
Ones. Either way. Drawers.
Whatever.
Okay, next. From Leolic. Sexy lingerie or comfy lingerie?
Comfy lingerie.
All the way. Okay.
Yeah.
But occasionally, sexy lingerie.
When?
Date night.
Okay. Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day. Love Ho Day.
Yeah.
Like, can I put a little input on this? Back in the day when I was kind of straight, there was
there was a day when
there was a day.
There was a day when I was straight. There was a day when I thought I was straight. I would, when I looked at the female physique, I always thought, when I thought about like the shape of panties, for me I always thought panties that would go like. Do you say panties even, or is that only me? Panties?
How else do we call these?
I don't know. Like female underwear. I always liked the 3/4 length kind of that almost were like briefs. Almost were like briefs, but they were not considered generally to be the sexy kind because that would be like the thong, right?
Right.
But I always found these to be sexier and hotter.
I think so too.
It's
not harder, but
like
equally.
For women, is it a matter of perspective, or is that like a generalized?
I think the men decide.
Yeah, but my boyfriend prefers like those sporty kind of bras. Yeah, depends on the guy.
I think switching it up is nice.
You know?
Like a diaper at times.
Sure, if that's what you're into.
Okay, maybe not.
Don't you think men decide what's hot, what's not though?
Yeah,
I think throughout history, I think that's...
it's male dominated. For sure.
But I think you should prioritize yourself and be comfortable most times. And then sometimes when you're feeling sexy or you have like an important day, you want to like 気合い入って下着から可愛いの着る。
Or maybe your boyfriend thought he likes thongs until you wore those boy shorts. And then he's like, ooh, that's dope. Sexy too.
Actually.
Because you can walk around in them just like in your room and like...
What about those? Because I have some friends, or I have a lot of friends that are like, well, I always prefer a thong. They're more comfortable than other. And they would say the same about like pin heels. They'd be like, oh, I'm so used to pin heels. Is that a thing they just force themselves to believe?
That's a lie.
It's BS.
Yeah, it's a lie.
Okay. It's like the ones that say I never poop.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Like us. We never poop. Nah.
So many good selections this time. I can see the short clip selection from this podcast coming up. Okay, continue.
Next. From...
Wow, so many questions.
From L.
Are these fake people?
Yeah. What?
Are these fake people?
No. One was mine. One was mine.
Yeah, okay.
One was mine.
Okay. This is a good question. I think
Did I answer your question?
Yes.
If you could choose forever wear same lingerie or no underwear forever.
Which would I choose? Same lingerie or no underwear forever?
Yes. Imagine
what?
if you wore the same lingerie forever.
Like unwashed?
That's up to you.
Or like the same style?
Is that the question?
Same.
Yeah, that was the question. That's a legit
same
question.
Style. Keep the hygiene out of it.
Style.
Same style. Same exact.
Or no underwear. No underwear is like not clean, China.
No, it's not. Demo every time your boyfriend sees you in the same underwear. Every time.
Oh, and it would only apply to her, not the rest of the world.
It's clean and everything, but it's the same exact underwear.
That's kind of boring too.
Yeah.
So what else? Like if you weren't wearing underwear, it's like a leaf.
Leaf of seashells, coconuts.
Like wear a leaf or something.
That's
I could do
cute.
that.
But no, it's no underwear or the same.
Yeah, it's
you
just
can't
like
pick up shit on the way home.
Stick a leaf onto it.
Naked.
I think so too. Me too.
Yeah, fuck it. If everyone's doing
Make that your thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I could wear just like white briefs for the rest of my life, I'd be fine.
Which do you think is better?
I think that's because this is like a dude thing. Like we don't really care. If it was clean, if it was like automatically hygienated.
Bleached every day.
Yeah. 10, 5, 15. He's doing so well with the hands can't read. Yeah, we got 15 minutes. Yeah, that's been really quick.
We didn't get to the wine.
Oh yeah, there.
Drink.
You want to chug that, and we'll give you a wine refill.
Chug it.
So how's your? Because this is I heard a rumor from you that it's your first podcast ever to be on. How does it feel?
緊張してた最初。
Yeah.
だんだん慣れてきた。
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's fun. あ、まだ飲んで。
Oh, okay. I'm like ready.
Sure.
Okay.
I've been on Clubhouse, just like listening, and I'm having so much fun with it.
Is it?
Like
Are you?
so many interesting conversations.
Really?
But I'm so scared to be part of it.
Are you in like the Japanesey ones or the English?
No.
They're really different.
They are different. Yeah. Japanese ones are more like formal and like
they even
constructed.
have rooms where nobody's saying anything. They're just on
silent.
there just
No
to
way.
share like Instagram followers. みたいな. Everybody in this room.
So
we don't
Why?
want to talk, but just like look at each other's profiles and just
That's
follow
so
each other.
Japanese.
みたいな. What the fuck? That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Anyway.
But
I
the
follow
thing-
like mainly American like
Yeah.
entrepreneur
Yeah.
rooms and like just like design and like art.
Yeah. There's really good stuff
Conversations.
on there, but there's
It's really
also really
interesting.
ratchet shit on there.
Oh.
It's like real talk.
Yeah. Do you speak on it?
No.
I know,
It's like
right?
people are like, hey, who are y'all? Like, just like speak out. Like,
yeah. Yobida started to get I'm like, leave quietly.
Oh, so they can like ask you to.
They can like see you and say, hey, Naomi, do you want to talk me, Taina? And your icon is like there. You don't do anything. You either like
when you log off, you just disappear.
Like,
It just you leave quietly and you just leave.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
one
like
day.
Yeah, maybe one day.
So this is the guy like I'm getting like.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing
every
time, because we did the Vivace interview with you, and I remember you said you were very, very nervous.
Oh, yeah.
But it ended up being like a fantastic thing.
Honta?
And the same thing with today. So much shit comes out. Usually people, if there are like two types of people. There's like one that's really nervous and really can't get out of their mind throughout the whole thing. And then there are people that are a little bit nervous for the better good. And then turn it into something fabulous, which you tend to do every single time. So I think Clubhouse, go for it.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
なんかチャンネル作ろうよ.
Yeah.
The topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too scared.
We thought about it.
You have an iPhone, right?
I have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get in though. I'm still stuck in like limbo.
Blocked. Long story.
Lo-
Don't even get into that.
no, just can't get in. I'm waiting for support. It was like a phone number mix-up.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Technical issues.
Technical issue. No fire alarms.
I have 2 more invites.
Oh,
I
I
just
guess
got
I do
more.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, is it limited?
Thought about it.
Yeah. But I think if you're like active on it, they give you more invites.
Can you be active without actually talking?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Like based on your profile picture?
Mm-hmm. No. my profile picture's a dog, so.
It's like Raya. Raya. Raya.
Dating app.
Doesn't matter how I pronounce it, everyone's correcting me for something. Raya.
Dating
Raya
app.
Oh,
Raya.
Raya.
What else?
Right. Raya and Raja.
Raya.
Do you
Are
know?
You on Raya?
No. It's a dating app.
It's a dating
For
app.
celebrities and creatives. We're on there.
So how do I date you guys?
It's like a selected. It's like there's like a screening process when you apply. It's like only 8 or 10% get in unless you're referred. And even if you're referred, if they don't find you attractive, you don't get on there. And you have to give your Instagram account. It's a very scary, very shallow process. But once you're in, you kind of realize also that it's for like-minded. Like it's the people within the industry, like fashion industry, like creatives.
I like it.
Most people that are very, very interesting to talk to, and there's not this amount of time you have to swipe through people that you probably wouldn't have anything in common with. Yeah. But you have a boyfriend, right?
I do.
Oh wait, I'll send you.
Japanese.
He's American and he lives in the States.
Long distance. Wow.
That sounds fun though.
Whoa.
Well, anytime we'll send you an invite. Yeah. Referral. Yeah, because when you apply, you have to write in the names of the people you know are already on it, and then we'll get a notification. It's like, oh, she wants to, and then you have like 2 options. It's like,
so you
I did it without it. I was just trying.
She did it. She
just
came
winged
in.
it. It was like 8% to get be accepted if you don't have a referral. And I was like, I don't know anybody that's on there, and we like, and I was just drunk, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try. And I winged it, and I tried, and I got it without a referral.
So funny. And then she referred me onto it. But when you get a referral, you have 2 options. The one is like, I believe that this person should be on here. She deserves it, taking out. It's like very weird.
It's weird.
And the other one is like, no, I barely know her. Or like, no, I'm not. I don't think she's a good fit.
Yeah.
It's a very funny like categorization of people. But I understand the ultimate reason why.
Yeah, it's good to invest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better than fucking Bumble or some shit if you're trying like
you could just
apps.
be like friends, right?
Yeah, I think it's really nice to if you like traveling and going to a new place and you have these creatives so hard, like, near you.
During COVID to like
right now it's
up,
like pretty pointless being in Tokyo and meeting all these people. Yeah.
How are how are underwear sales during the COVID? Like, are people buying?
Yeah.
They are.
I mean, like, underwear never goes out of style, so...
How about you personally? Like, how are you doing during COVID? Or like personally? Last year when it just happened, or like mentally and...
なんかね, when we were quarantining, it was like the best time of my life because I didn't have to worry about anything. Like no one was working. I was like, oh, I'd rather do like Hazelle only because like I was doing other design work and like modeling. Yeah. So I had like time for myself and reflecting. So that was good. But after that was over, it's like just back to normal basically. Just like because I always worked from home. Yeah. And I work on weekends too. So. It's like so exhausting. So I wish I could go back to quarantine.
I mean, you could if you
I could, yeah. So like Hazelle sales are like kind of like stabilizing. So I'm kind of thinking of switching more of my energy towards that.
Yeah. So you model and Hazelle, that's your main thing.
Yeah, because modeling's like funding it.
Yeah.
Designing too, but it just takes a lot more time than what modeling makes.
Do you have any messages to fellow artists in Tokyo that maybe, I don't know, look up to you or like need this kind of
or want to make a panty
motivation?
Want to make a panty?
Just like don't give up, I guess. Like if you believe in something, it's like your calling.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't take no for an answer from a factory.
Yeah, just keep trying.
From a German woman.
Buy a sewing machine.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I think that's the general theme of most people that come here.
Right?
It's keep going, just do it, don't give a damn. And
it sounds so cliche, but it's so fucking real.
It's so true, and I think that's literally the biggest thing that we all
consistency.
Yeah. Struggle with is consistency and procrastination.
Mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone has like something to offer. Yeah. Like in all different kinds of forms. So you just need to find that, and once you do, everyone will relate to you because it's like your own like real voice, and like they hear like they when something's real, people are more attracted to that. Yeah. Because you have a story and everything. So it's good to like just put it out there so other people can potentially help you.
I really want to add there was something you said earlier that really touched me. I know we're short on time. You were talking about how you listen to the demand of your customers and the people around you, as in what they need and what they want. And attach that also to your own values and what you feel like your brand needs to convey in a message, which I think is also very important because there's also a divide with many artists. It's like, shall I do only what I feel is right, only go my way, only do this, or should I only like awasiru or like go with the flow and like what would sell best, what would people like the most?
Hobby versus business thing.
Hobby versus business kind of thing. And it's really cool to hear someone that, because usually people tend to choose one or the other when you talk to them. It's cool to hear the perspective of someone that's kind of combined the two, that's trying to find what people are looking for, but at the same time stay true to your message and what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't consider myself as an artist, so I'm like a designer, and a designer is like someone who serves for other people. So I'm more of a community-based person, and I really respect artists because they have their own voice and style, and the more they do that, the more people will try to understand your world. So I think there's value in that too.
Oh no, definitely, yeah. I can see that too. But I can also see it the same with music, like
with music as well. So powerful.
You think designer is just for serving?
It's a service, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think it's applicable to anything. I think it's applicable to music too. I think it depends on the person that's actually creating it. Because I could make music that would be relatable to people, but I could also make music that would not be relatable at all. But I would be content. But there would be no point with that because my message will not come like.
Yeah, there's different kinds of music for sure. Like, a lot of like Japanese artists in the industry are kind of like, there's like ghostwriters and like, you know, like idol, like just to please, like like a like a mass market.
Yeah. But you're combining the two in a very, very smart and clever way.
Yeah, I try to be like authentic, but also listen to the people's needs.
You're definitely an artist.
Yeah.
I try. I wish I was an artist.
No, I think you are an artist in what you do, in the way you're doing it.
You started shit from scratch. That's artist.
Oh, thanks.
Innovator slash
yeah.
ね、ないものを作るのってすごいよ。
Yeah.
なんか楽しいし、
Yeah.
やりがいがあるよね。
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
amazing. Much respect. Thank you so much for coming on today,
Thank
babe.
you.
This has been great.
So looking forward to your pop-up on March 20th.
I'm
Love Hotels.
for it.
Yeah. If everything goes to
it.
plan, please show up. Please check it out. She might she might be there in the underwear, or she might have people running around in it. Or Colleen might be standing in Hazelle underwear throughout the night. Who knows? But thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
So looking forward to it. Arigato. And thank you for this. Mwah.
Thank you, babes.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Arigato. Naomi.